Hello, everybody. You guys.
Hi, everybody. Sorry we were late. This is Brian here. It's all his fault.
all my fault. I told you guys Joe is working on a bunch of, I'll say, top secret stuff.
It is sort of right because it's some of those stuff that we're working on, the future products. If I tell you now, I had to kill you. So we're not going to talk about those too much today, but they're going to be exciting.
No, it's good stuff. I've heard little trickles of some of the exciting things going on, and to be honest, they're definitely things I'm looking forward to. Nu Skin has this amazing track record of product development, right?
Absolutely.
And not only that, but I think things that help to, further reinforce our products and the claims we make with our products.
Yeah.
And that kind of leads into what we've done here with iFormula.
Yeah.
So we have this amazing iFormula product, and to be honest, guys, I wasn't using this product until I saw what we're going to show you today, and I learned the things that we're going to teach you today. And so yeah, this is an exciting product, really great product, and the demonstration we have today, I'm personally very excited about.
It's great. It really is, Brian, because we know we're beginning to understand, all of us, that this blue light that is coming out from all the screens that we look at, iPads, computer screens, and so on, even your iPhone, if you will, it's all emitting this blue light, and it's pretty damaging to your eyes, over chronic exposure to that kind of intense light.
Absolutely. And I actually have a question for you about that today, about why, but we'll get into that in just a second. My first question for you, though, is a super easy one.
Okay.
How much time do you think you spend on your phone, TV, and computer screen every day? Just ballpark average.
Oh, I think it's almost all my waking hours, Brian. It's almost over 10 hours, I think, minimally. Right? We come to work, we work on our computers, go home, or while we are driving, we were looking at our iPhone.
I might be guilty of that, but don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
No working while you drive. I actually Googled this before, and there have been multiple studies, right? Or there are more polls of how long people are spending there, and I just took a couple of them, averaged them out. But the average is that Americans, assuming we get 8 hours of rest, we're on our phones, TVs, or some sort of digital screen. 6 hours, 43 minutes average every day. Now, if you spend that 6 hours, 43 minutes, and I personally know that I do more, my phone counts it, and today, today's been 4 hours already, and I know that I've been on my computer screen for at least 5 or 6. So you can just assume there's a lot of screen time, a lot of blue light damage. If you do that, that's 7,956 days of your life.
Wow.
Spent on
Brian,
digital
that's
screen.
Incredible. Think about it, right? We sort of know in the summer when we go to the beach or whatever, and we expose ourselves to sunlight, just 10 minutes your skin get burned. Can you imagine your sensitive tissue in your eyes?
Yeah.
6 hours of that every day.
So that blue light, is it in the visible spectrum of light from the sun?
It is. It is. I mean, white light consists of blue light, green light. It's just a matter of what we can see. And blue light is the most intense. It contains the highest level of energy.
Yeah, so you're looking at those wavelengths, right?
Absolutely.
Some of the lower wavelengths are the reds, yellows.
Yes.
But when you get back towards the blue end of the spectrum, a lot quicker, a lot faster.
Absolutely. And that's why sometimes lasers are blue.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? That's why you're told never to point your laser into your eyes.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to plead the fifth on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have done that to myself in testing this laser.
Yeah.
So let's get into iFormula. Sure. iFormula, again, it's a product we've had for a little bit. We did revamp the formula, but again, we have substantiated claims. We're very heavily science-based in proving and being able to back up the claims we're making. So again, with iFormula, how does iFormula protect the eye?
Well, the first thing we looked at is exactly sort of what are the sort of antioxidants, or what are the protective mechanisms that sort of nature has provided the eye to protect itself. Fundamentally, we always forget, in order for us to see, the light has to be converging onto the back of your eyes. And that's where the retina, that's why we call the retina tissue. And it has evolved to a stage that nature has said, look, we are constantly opening our eyes and we have to see things. But unfortunately, one of the byproducts or the side effects of seeing constantly is that the light is sort of converge onto the back of the retina, and they have created a whole bunch of natural molecules that we call antioxidants, that we call lutein and zeaxanthins.
Lutein and zeaxanthin.
Correct.
Spelled with a Z, actually, not an
Yeah.
X.
Uh-huh.
Zeaxanthin and lutein.
Yeah.
Now, those are the antioxidants that protect you from free radical damage,
Got it.
in short, right? So if you're talking to somebody else about this product,
Yeah.
you would want to say that this product contains clinically effective, proven doses
Yeah.
of lutein and zeaxanthin to help protect your eye.
That's right.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, it also protects the macula.
Macula is a portion or a subsection of the overall retina tissue.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've also been told that blue light is some of the only light that can make it all the way back to that macula.
Correct.
Because of it's such high energy.
High energy, right? Intense. You see it, it penetrates your cornea, and it goes right into the back of the tissue, especially onto the macula.
Okay, so just to recap,
Yeah.
does eye formula protect the macula of the eye?
Absolutely. Because
that.
what we did really is it's sort of intuitive for us when we're starting to look at what are the antioxidants, and these
Yeah.
are the natural antioxidants. What we're doing with eye formula is to include these antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin, so that it can drive. The more we put it into eye formula, it will go and eventually get incorporated and absorbed into this retina tissue.
Okay, well that leads perfectly into my next question is, how does this mechanism work? I was actually asked, and you guys, I'm going to use a lot of the real cases that people have asked me because we just presented this at our convention,
Yeah.
and I was asked a lot of questions that are actually, I would say, fairly difficult.
Yeah.
If someone's not thinking about how the eye works and how these antioxidants work. So they asked me, what's the mechanism and how does that work?
Simply put, what happens is when the light comes and penetrates your cornea, like I said, and gets to the retina, that's how you form an image, and your brain, the rest of your brain, will start telling your eyes this is what you're seeing. But as I mentioned to you, during that process, certain things are being released in the retina tissue, especially around the macular region, and that would be these free radicals. Invariably, these oxygen-free radicals are being generated during this process of seeing. Now, what you don't know is that the eye tissue is one of the most highly oxygenated tissue in the body. So you can imagine with this oxygen there, and it has a higher likelihood of producing these oxygen-free radicals. That is why the luteins and the zeaxanthins are there, is to sort of sop up or absorb all these free radicals that are being generated.
You guys, that's incredible science right there.
Yeah.
And I think it's very, very impactful when you think about just how much screen time you have.
Yeah.
Now, one of the questions that was asked to me at convention was, they were more asking about the damage of this free light, and I used an example because while on October, for some reason I looked at my phone, I looked at the most used date for my phone, and it was 10 hours 55 minutes on October 5th.
Wow.
11 hours on my phone doing emails, Instagram, Facebook, every app you can think of, just living, but 11 hours, right? Or close to.
Yeah.
Now, day to day,
Yeah.
the damage was imperceptible. I couldn't tell.
No.
On October 6th, I couldn't tell
Yeah.
any change in my vision or anything, but think about what you're doing over 5, 10 years,
10
even 1 year.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think if somebody asks themselves, do you think the problem is going to go away?
No.
I don't think it's going to go away.
No,
Digital screens are becoming more and more prominent.
It's there. Every time we are looking into a screen that is emitting this kind of blue light, and we need that protection, which we are providing with the eye formula. And importantly, the eye formula, all these ingredients that we put in, like the lutein and zeaxanthin, these have all been studied by the National Eye Institute, Brian.
Well, that brings me into another question.
Yeah, yeah.
What studies have we used, I guess, in our research
Yeah.
to help formulate this product?
Well, we based it on a lot on this, what I call the National Eye Institute studies. They go by the acronym ARID study and the ARIDS 2 study.
Yeah.
They've been studying tens and thousands of people, and they found the more lutein and more of these antioxidants are found in the retina, the more protective they are to eye damage by blue light.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so another question I got at convention is, how do we know that those ingredients are in the eye? Well, the question that I was given is, how does our body know to take the lutein and zeaxanthin there? And how do we find those there?
Remember, Brian, if you remember, we have this thing that we call the New Skin Biophotonic Scanner.
I like it.
Yeah? And that one, luckily for us and fortuitously for us, is specifically measure these carotenoids, these two classes of carotenoids called lutein and zeaxanthin. So all you have to do to find out whether you have sufficient levels of these antioxidants is to put the palm of your hand, not your eye now.
Yeah, do not put your eye.
Do it on the palm of your hand. Here, right here. And you put it against a scanner, and within a minute, you'll know whether you have enough protection.
I love that. I love that because our scanner, the Biophotonic
Yes.
S3 scanner,
Yeah.
really does
Yeah.
show from the fatty tissues of your hand
Yep.
your overall antioxidant status in your body.
Yeah.
So one of the questions that I did get at convention as well was, well, how does your body know to take lutein and zeaxanthin to your eyes, right? I mean, scientifically, we know
Yep.
that it's found there. We can
Yeah.
test that.
Yeah.
But a gentleman asked me, he said, how do we know that it's in your eyes? Because eye formula is not something that you mix up into a solution and use it as eye drops. That's not how you take it.
No.
This is an ingested product.
Yes.
And so the question that I asked him, though, and again, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I said, well, how does your body know when you drink milk to take calcium to your bones?
Yes.
Right? Our bodies are smart.
Well, there's a thing that's called the blood circulation, right? It's sort of like in your eyes. If you go to the optometrist or ophthalmologist, when he looks at the back of your eye, you can see blood vessels. It's highly vascularized, we call it in science. Yeah? So all the carotenoids that we ingest, it will go into the blood, obviously, and the blood will help transport these antioxidants right into your retinal tissue because there's so many blood vessels there. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Now, I guess the dosing, we say 2 a day.
Yes.
2 a day. 1 in the morning, 1 at night, or 2 all at once, just to save you the trouble. Okay, and then this will be my last question. Then we actually have this demonstration. We're going to show you a video that is released that you can see on Facebook and YouTube. It's kind of everywhere. We've put it on the shop page. It's available now. I wrote this down. It's very specific wording. So, how does iFormula, I guess, regulate the healthy, or does it let in healthy amounts of blue light? Because some people are under the impression that it blocks out all light.
No.
And you might get that from this demonstration, but that's not what this demonstration is about. We'll talk about that in just a second.
Yeah. Only the blue light, and I think it is important, right? I mean, intuitively, if you block all light coming through your eyes, you won't be able to see anything.
You're blind.
Right? In a dark room, completely dark, you can't see anything, and because there's no light entering your eyes.
Right.
So it's only the blue light, and essentially that's selectively being blocked and reduced entering your retina tissue.
Yeah. Now some of my I was working with Joe's team. You have some phenomenal world class scientists down there. I was talking to them, and they started mentioning about it being able to filter enough blue light out to let a little bit in to help with your circadian rhythm.
Correct.
Things like that.
Yes.
And then another person said, "Well, what if you get too much?" Now, I was speaking with Tanner Gibb for those of you who know Tanner.
Yes.
And he mentioned that there have been studies on up to 3 times the dose of what we have in our iFormula.
Correct.
And in the scale of 0 to 1, they measure how much of that of the attenuation of that blue light. How much less blue light is being let in. That none of it even got up to 1, which means complete total blockage of blue light.
Nothing. Yeah.
Just to allay all of your concerns, it's not going to block out every single thing when your body needs some for the circadian rhythm to be healthy, but it will block out all that damaging or the damage and the harmful. The harmful.
We moderate
types.
it out, right? Yeah. So that's important. I mean, some folks have been using glasses, I've noticed. I've asked people, I say, why are you wearing glasses although you're not short-sighted? And they say, oh, these are blue light glasses. And I say, how much does it block? So, you're going to totally block all the blue light coming in. Well, when I check on it, it only blocks 20%.
Yeah.
It's not very effective, those
Yeah,
glasses.
and we actually did this at convention. Somebody said, well, I have these blue light blocking glasses, and we actually took this laser pen, and we'll show you here in just a little bit. But this laser pen is 405 nanometers.
Yeah, okay.
Now that wavelength is within that visible spectrum from the sun. We intuitively know not to look at the sun, but this wavelength is also the same that's on your digital screens. So cell phone, TV, computer. Now we did shine it through, and this is a very high concentration of blue light, but you can still see a lot of blue light coming through.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure you can spend upward towards $500 on really nice glasses. It'll get 80%, but it's still not a great regulation of it at all times. Plus you have to wear them all the time.
Yeah, can you imagine 6 hours, right?
Well, maybe more
average.
from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. So let's get to this demonstration.
Yeah.
This was one of my favorite parts of convention, was doing this. And that's because I think this is such a really good demonstration of how I-formula, the mechanism of I-formula, the lutein and zeaxanthin in it, work. So, I said I was going to dim the lights.
Dim the lights.
We have that.
Okay. Dim the
right
lights.
there. We still good on camera?
Cool.
Okay, perfect. So, you can see this blue light right here. Wait for that. Good to go. Okay, we're just actually going to switch the camera so you guys can see this up close. Now we'll take this blue light, and what we're going to do is shine it through clear water right here.
Just water.
And what this does, you'll see, I'll go side to side a little bit.
Goes right through.
And you'll notice it goes right through. That's as if you had
nothing.
No protection.
This is like retina with no antioxidants present at all, or whatever.
Poor diet.
Poor diet.
No glasses.
Yes, no glasses. 6 hours of exposure. That's what you're going to go. All the blue light is going through.
Right.
Cool.
So now we take this blue pen again.
Yeah.
And in this middle vial, you'll see it's tinted water, and what that is just food coloring that represents how a screen protector might work, right? It might filter out some of the blue light, and you'll see right here.
Yes.
When I go to it.
Whoa.
Because the camera might filter out a little blue light as well. Can you tell me what color that is?
Blue.
Blue. Yeah.
On the other side.
Yeah. On the other side.
Shining it through, it's almost as bright as before you shine the light. So,
right.
Yeah.
It's very, very close.
Wow, very close.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this same light, and in this last vial we have our I-formula.
Yeah.
Now some people have said, well, that's a high concentration of I-formula. This is also a high concentrated laser.
Okay.
But just for clarification, you do need to, what this is demonstrating is the mechanism of how I-formula will work in your eye up to a month.
I see.
You need to take it for at least a month to be able to expect these type of results.
It has to accumulate. I think that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Right in the tissue.
So I haven't passed it by yet, but you'll see right here on screen as I go by.
Yeah. Whoa.
You'll see.
Whoa.
You'll see if I go side to side,
yes,
the light is blocked out.
Yes.
The only thing that you can expect to make it through the other side is white light, because the lutein and zeaxanthin blocks the blue-violet harmful wavelength.
Yes.
So
very effective.
So what we're going to do, now is, I think we're on this. Yeah, we're on this camera right now. But we're going to show you guys the video that we've produced. It's really short. I think it's 28 seconds. You can send this to all of your friends and all of your people to make sure they understand how this blue light can be, or how this blue light damage can be prevented.
Great.
Our eyes are constantly exposed to blue light, which can damage them over time. Without the proper nutrition, our eyes have a hard time filtering blue light. Even colored sunglasses or screen protectors, represented by the dye in this water, can't fully protect our eyes. However, a daily serving of Pharmanex eye formula supplies our eyes with the nutrition required to help shield them from blue light and support overall eye health. Protect your eyes from the inside out.
So we're back. You guys, that video is on our shop page. It's on our YouTube. It's on our Facebook.
Okay.
It's basically everywhere. And we will put the link in the comments. Now, I have seen some of your questions come through, and one of those questions was, what should we take I-formula with?
Well, we clearly have many other innovative nutritional supplements in New Skin as well. And I think a good, perfect combination, ideal combination with this particular eye formula would be a product like LifePack Nano. That would be good. Or you can consider Youth, which we talk about,
love
right?
Those.
At a convention. So those are two perfect coupling of the two products. Marine Omega fish oil. Our fish oil product is wonderful because one of the things we had not mentioned to you is the fact that the retina tissue or the macular tissue that we reference in terms of blue light damage, that tissue is highly enriched with what we call fats or lipids, to use a scientific technical term. And those are the types of oils that they get from fish oil, omega-3s. So if you enrich your diet with a product like Marine Omega, it will help to make your retina healthier and stronger.
Love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And especially right now when we have Age Lock Youth at a very special promotional price until the end of October.
Yeah.
So you guys need to get on that, check that ADR out. Check, ask whoever sent you this video. And remember, it's only during October, so you got to make sure to get on that. Now, I will just check one more time, see if we have any, how many capsules per day? 2.
2.
You can take it all at once or take it morning and night. We will make this video shareable. And
Is it safe for children?
so it says keep out of reach of children. Now, that's a really good question, and I am actually going to get with our research team,
Yes,
just so that we
yes,
don't
yes.
say something on here that we shouldn't and have to
Correct.
take the whole video down.
Yeah.
So we'll make sure to get you the latest in research. Again, this is a new claim that we're making with the product.
Yes.
And if you think about this claim that it helps to protect you from this blue light, that's a bold claim.
Yes.
We're a bold company,
Yeah.
and
But it works.
it does, and you
We
I mean you
have
can see
the scientific studies to substantiate what we are saying here.
absolutely.
Yeah. So it makes a lot of sense.
Okay, and Joe, we actually did have somebody that say, I think it was Kim Russell that said, more videos with more Joe.
Oh, okay.
So we're
We'll
gonna
try and do-
we're gonna have to get more Joe on camera with us.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure when we get to
Thanks,
to
Brian.
speak with you and speak with the master of science. We appreciate your time, Joe.
Okay.
And for those of you, last thing, for those of you who want to try and replicate this demonstration, we will post a picture of how to do it. But just to get started, this is a 405 nanometer laser pen, blue-violet laser pen. You can search them online, 405 nanometer, and it is 5 milliwatt, 5 MW in power. So you guys can do that at home, and again, we'll post that so you know how to mix the food coloring and how to mix the eye formula to be able to give a properly represented demonstration. So perfect. If you guys have any other questions, post them in the comments because we will be checking. And again, Joe, thank you so much.
Brian, thank you so much. Bye,
Hey,
everybody.
we'll see you guys.
Thank you.